Definitely want to target that Masters mid laner, Jeffrey. He's quite the strong player. He can definitely 1v9, and they want to remove the champions that allow him to 1v9, obviously. I'm expecting, I don't know. You think Jeffrey will ban Ari? You think he wants to leave it up?
I don't know. Maybe it'll be a show of dominance to ban to keep the Ari up, but it will not be. Ari will be the banned away for Cool Kids Club here, followed by an early ban. Again, while these champions look like they could be top lane, there is no way in God's name that Will Chi would be playing either of these champions. So these are definitely targeted towards Jeffrey in the mid lane.
Well, we also have to consider that
too.
Jeffrey is a top laner in Masters, but he's playing mid for the greater impact on his team. So he does often play more top lane champions in the mid lane rather than those like control mages that we'll probably see Juno playing.
Now this is a mistake that we see very often in drafts. The Hecarim getting banned away. Chad Yang, while he did reach Master tier, Diamond tier on Hecarim, in the previous season, he has stated that he doesn't really want to play that champion anymore. So definitely kind of a waste of a ban here. I don't think we would have seen the Hecarim one way or the other. But we're gonna finish off the bans with a Camille and a Malzahar ban on each side.
Malzahar ban's interesting just because I think Jeffrey plays a lot of champions that are very movement heavy, like to get in their face. And we see Yasuo locked in. I don't know about this first pick Yasuo that they keep doing, but we'll see. I think what might happen here actually is that Chad may try to pick Rammus. And the reason I say this is because Jeffrey, the mid laner, hits a lot of AD champions, right? So most of their damage is going to be on auto attacks, which Rammus is great into. But also Rammus Yasuo is quite a good combo for ganks that we've seen them try to play before. And they stated they wanted to play it last game up until Rammus was banned. And just like we said, an AD mid laner Lucian being picked up, another one of those 1v9 champions that Jeffrey's very strong on.
That Lucian is going to be picked up. I'm very much expecting a Rammus pickup in this next rotation. As we said before, Kuka's Club actually defeated Ram Ranchers on this Yasuo Rammus combo in the top lane, taking down Dylan's Gangplank. So it really...
And Will's a pretty shit top laner, so they might be able to get a pretty good lead up there.
Definitely a lane that we want to snowball. We see another Elise pick. Jung'an
was really talking big after picking Elise into Team Poggers, the worst team in the league. Oh, the man was talking about how he wasn't happy with how he was playing. Yeah, that's what happens when you get dicked down by our jungler, Hudson Tritter, right?
So the Elise will get picked up here for Jung'an. Once again, going to be looking for some early presence on the map. Yeah, I don't know what exactly the what the synergies will be here.
Jack not picking again. Alright, you picked Thresh.
Jack the Thresh is gonna get picked up for Jack Ham in the mid lane, followed by, in the bot lane. Sorry, so they do pick their bot lane here with the Thresh MF. That Rammus is still not picked, and if I'm Cool Kids Club, I'm scared it's gonna get banned away in this phase.
So TSC also is like known for their pretty poor drafting. Like I'm pretty sure they've had pretty bad bans against almost every team. Regardless, they're still great because they have the best mid laner in the league. But I would say that their drafts have not been on point.
Actually, gonna be the final lock in here.
Ash picked up. So what I'm thinking the strat here is Chad obviously should out jungle this guy. We don't know this because he has been out jungled by lower elo players before, but he has the advantage. And I'm thinking, maybe like a Yuumi pickup in the bot lane. There's not going to be that much AP damage, so a Rammus would be very nice here. And Rammus is banned.
That Rammus ban is huge. Honestly, if I was Cool Kids Club, I would have hoped that one of either Eric or Jack had that Rammus in their back pocket, because once you
own Rammus, like a 450 champion.
Once you give up that Yasuo, once you reveal that you're picking Yasuo in this comp, like given what we know previously about Cool Kids Club, it definitely makes a lot of sense for that Rammus to be coming in next. But yeah, it's not. So, but that's not really what happened here. We're going to see another Heimerdinger getting
Heimerdinger ban is smart here, but I will say this kind of forces Chad into a tankier jungler, in my opinion at least.
The Heimerdinger definitely was big for Roger in 2 of the games of Cool Kids Club, and we see another Orianna ban. So now that is 3 mid laner bans given towards Juno to counter the 3 mid lane bans onto Jeffrey. So
I will also say the 3 mid lane bans. It's not just that they're supposed to play champions. Ari, I'd be worried about solo kill and Ari with her ult. Orianna can play back safe, poke pretty well, and Malzahar is a pretty big Lucian counter in teamfight. So I think they were pretty smart bans in the mid lane.
Something I would be interested in seeing is potentially like Juno playing more of a tankier champion. I don't know if that's definitely not like his playstyle, but
yeah, I don't know if he could play like Galio, but that'd be pretty good here.
I see a set pickup here. That could either be towards Roger or Will. We don't know, but Roger definitely plays a lot of different supports, but Wilchi is definitely very well known on his set. We see Rengar also locked in for Chad, and I'm expecting a Veigar pick for Juno here.
Chad is quite good on the Rengar, so that is nice. I like to see him on that champion. I think Veigar would be the best pick. Annie. Now, Juno has been playing a lot of Annie on a secret Smurf account that I won't reveal. He has been spamming Annie, so we'll have to see how he does this game. If I'm him, I'm a little worried about dying in lane. But at the same time, it's still Annie.
And
It's
he
a
did
pretty
get
strong
those
champion.
enormous buffs in this last patch, getting a lot of bonus damage on that ultimate and damage reduction
Yes,
on the
Swain
E.
support.
And we're gonna see a Swain picked up here, probably gonna be a Swain support, as we see the switches, the final switches going around as we finish off champ select. I like the while we don't have a lot of tankiness on the side of Cool Kids Club, we do have this Rengar Annie, which can be good. I mean, you see that TAC drafted like a double 80 carry comp along with an Elise. So definitely Rengar and Annie can definitely be one-shotting a lot of these champions, just given the composition that TAC decided to run.
So my first reaction would be that TAC has a better draft. However, I will say that while I think the Yasuo will pick up in the top lane really garbage blind, and especially not having this Rammus, there's no other knockups on the team, right? But I will say that I think Will is bad enough in the top lane where the Yasuo may be able to get away with just playing Yasuo top and might even be able to get some cheese kills.
I think
We'll have to see.
Yasuo into set doesn't sounds like a decent matchup for the Yasuo. I think it seems pretty.
It's okay.
It's probably
It's just
pretty even if I had to guess.
I would still give it to Set if both players were competent. I would. Just because his E is so strong into Yasuo, it kind of ruins all his mobility. His ulti too forces him into a certain location that hard CC, and then also for that all-in potential, if the Yasuo wants to dive the set just as his W, kind of counteracts that pretty immediately.
So
We'll have to see that.
So even though even they did pick the MF, it looks like the rest of Cool Kids Club is definitely focused around like these big picks and or more along like the mid game like picks across the map into objectives. And the same could be said for TAC with this Elise and Ashe. So definitely gonna see a lot of like random sporadic action in the mid game as the turrets start to like fall and dragons start to be taken. So I'm expecting
The
pretty
Annie
volatile
Rengar
15 minutes.
The Annie Rengar is quite the strong combo, I will say. So I'm looking forward to that. They're just so outclassed in the mid lane, so I'm a little worried. But I don't know. I could see this going either way, but I think for my prediction, I'm gonna give it to TAC.
Yeah, Annie's always one of those champions that's like, oh, you can probably just play her like into anything. Like it's not very hard to play the Annie.
But you also have to consider, right? Like, what does Annie do without her flash in a fight? Like, I mean, if you have a Set and a Swain and an Ashe and an Elise, like Annie's kind of forced to flash into a fight, or else I feel like she won't be too useful.
Yeah, we're definitely reliant on that flash and a lot of like mobility, but I think the current build on Annie is just to build a lot of like health with like either Roa or Protobelt and stuff like that, maybe like so I think it is like fair for Annie to be in the middle of this fight. I mean, you're gonna need a little bit of tankiness just given the amount of if you just have like a Thresh as your front line, like I don't think that's enough.
And I mean, the other annoying thing is that none of these champions on either side are really that tanky. Well, I'd say that Set is quite tanky. But I mean, you want to build Ninja Tabbies when you're into a 1v9 Lucian who we're expecting to carry the game. And none of these champions are really comfortable building Ninja Tabbies, except for maybe Thresh. And we'll have to see. I feel like Jack, I don't know if Jack will realize that he should be building Ninja Tabbies this game.
Might just rush the Mobies, who knows?
But he doesn't fucking roam.
We're about 30 seconds away from heading into the loading screen. Aaron, what do you think the soul of this dragon is going to be? Obviously, a little game that we like to play.
As always, I think it will be Mountain for my rock hard cock. How about you, Andrew?
I'm going to go with Ocean Soul this game. So, a lot of without the third caster, there is definitely a higher chance that neither of us are correct. But
there's actually a 50% chance that neither of us are correct.
Damn. Yeah, you're right.
If you were to calculate it, there's 4 potential soul dragons, and 2 of us chose 2 different unique dragons, leaving 2 open. That's 50%. It's quite simple when you think about it.
I mean, maybe statistics is actually this Friday, and if anyone's taking that's watching, we hope that you're studying well and getting ready for the test. So we are headed into the loading screen right here, and we hope that you are all having a wonderful day, watching some League of Legends. on this fine day. Hope you're excited for your long weekend, as I am. I mean, who needs prom when you have the THSCS? Am I right?
So we see Lucian with Ignite, as well as Annie. If I'm Annie, I'm really worried about getting solo killed in lane, honestly. Um, so I would be careful. Lucian has scary all-in potential. He has an Elise with him. Um, that's scary. That is
Yeah.
very scary.
Before level 6, Juno is definitely gonna have to play very, very safe in the mid lane. Just so much
If
kill
I'm
pressure.
TAC, I auto gank Annie level 3 and just keep spam ganking it when I can. That's my opinion, at least. Because Elise, I would say Elise's ganks up until level 6 are stronger than Rengar's ganks. Would you agree?
Yeah, by far. Yeah, definitely.
But I'd say Rengar definitely has a stronger mid game, and I'd still say he's stronger late game, even though he kind of falls off.
Yeah, I think Rengar is definitely stronger late game than Elise, but Elise has that like level 1 to 6 down like lockdown, I think. So we're gonna see if Chad can match Kieran's incredible performance on that Rengar yesterday.
Have we seen Chad pick up the Rengar yet?
We saw him play it. I think like either like we saw it in the first game of the THSCS, and then we also saw it.
No, he played Kha'Zix, I thought. Oh, was the other guy play Kha'Zix?
The other guy played Kha'Zix, and then we also saw him play it against us, I think, and that was fun.
So, and in both games, well, in our game, he didn't have the greatest performance, but he had a quite dominant performance in the first game against Poggers.
Will be exciting to see how this Rengar pick ends up. I mean, I feel like the reason that Chad hasn't been playing it is because it's been banned like in a majority of Cool Kids Club's games. So just leaving it up there for him is definitely a big show of confidence that they can handle this Rengar that is on this Diamond Jungler. But we are gonna get into loading screen right.
I'm rooting for Chad here. He's been called boosted a lot. I hope he redeems himself.
Yeah, Chad has had a somewhat disappointing split this year. So up to now, but honestly, and all that can change once you hit the playoffs. Definitely possible. So we're gonna welcome all of you to Summoner's Rift for week 4, day 3 of the THSCS.
Is Conqueror like the like meta on Rengar right now? I haven't been following. I always thought it was Electrocute, but
I have no idea. I've never played Rengar in my life, so I actually don't know.
it seems like it's fine. I feel like anyone that can take Conqueror takes Conqueror these days.
Yeah, Conqueror sounds good. Seeing these level 1s here, I do believe that Cool Kids Club just has the better level 1, just because of that Thresh. So, I think for now, I don't think we'll see anything too aggressive. We see everyone playing pretty far back to start off. So
I will say this is a bold prediction. I think that the Yasuo is going to get solo killed early by the set, or burn a flash. I think he's going to get cocky around level 2 or 3 and not realize how much damage that does and how hard his CC is, and he's going to either die or burn flat. Even though I think that Wilchi is quite the garbage top laner, so we never know.
This top lane will be an interesting matchup. Two top laners that have that are all members of these top teams. I don't know. Both of them definitely spend a lot of time like in this laning phase, like just farming in the top lane. So it'll be interesting to see who's the better like laner.
Well, there
like,
seems
really
to be some
is.
sort of issue with runes.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just at fault here. It looks like Jung'an does have the Dark Harvest, which is not what he wanted, but I think he just got to roll with it at this point. We are starting the game. The jungle camps have spawned. It looks like both sides will be starting on their bottom side camps. As Elise will probably go for like a red, for like a blue Gromp into the red. Actually, I think yesterday on the Elise, Jung'an actually went red to the wolves, to blue to red, to blue to Gromp. So
Basically, he doesn't know how to play the champion.
I mean, he's had a little bit more of an inefficient like rush to level 3, but definitely had more gold going into that gank. Not that it really mattered.
Ooh.
We see some early trades going on in the bot lane here. Electrocute was popped by Roger onto Jack's Thresh. So right now,
I mean, I feel like on Elise, you almost always want to rush level 3. And if not, you might as well do more of a level 4 clear, right? Like, there's no point in doing a late level 3 unless you're trying to catch someone off guard, like, with a 255 gank time or something.
we see Jeffrey roaming up to the top lane right now.
What
This is
the
going to be
hell?
exciting. He's gonna be able to flash onto Matt's Yasuo. Ignite's gonna get popped, and that is first blood for Jeffrey in the mid lane. Juno did ping missing, but did not follow up there. So
That's a level 2 roam.
yeah, that's pretty huge for TAC getting that early kill on
Rengar.
that Lucian.
Does he want to be taking this fight here?
You see Rengar invading the Elise is gonna steal that red buff. The repel is gonna be popped by the Elise. Not gonna be enough for now. Looks like that root is gonna land with that bullet strike onto Jung'an here. Juno is here to follow. He has that stun ready, but it's not gonna even matter.
Okay, so there's a couple takeaways there. Firstly, I think that repel was pretty god awful.
Yeah, I guess he was trying to like predict when the E was gonna come in for the snare, but it did not work out. Also, I mean that's what happens when you try to go for your wolves on Elise, like especially against someone like Rengar. Like Chad has this very signature playstyle of just going red blue gromp and then straight into the enemy buff. So definitely a problem here. We see it what looks to be like a gank in the top lane to the side of Cool Kids Club. Wilchi is getting chunked out a lot by that Yasuo, and while Chad was spotted out by that ward, still definitely chunked him out to a fair margin. We might actually see a dive here in the top lane as well. Nope, it's just going to look like Jung'an is going to be doing, looks like Chad will be doing the enemy Krugs. Actually, still looking in the top lane, hovering between those Krugs and the turret. Looks like they are going to try to make a play onto Will here. Will's going to hit that double stun with the E though. Chad is forced to flash out of the way, and this last tower shot is going to take Matt down very low, so looks like a bit of a failed dive here.
I don't know why you're trying to dive a set level 4 with his W up. Maybe if the Rengar was level 6, I don't know.
Yeah,
and I mean the only way you do that, right, is if you bait out the W early. That's the only way you kill him.
Yeah, did not look like a very. It was a bit of a botched dive right there. Honestly, even if you played it well, it would have been really hard to kill Will in that fight, especially since there's no bushes under the tower for Chad to like jump in to get
you have no hard TC. You have Yasuo EQ and you have Rengar QE. That's it.
So
this bot lane looks relatively juicy. Oh, we see Jeffrey taking the bot scuttle crab actually.
Jeffrey is definitely just taking advantage of this lane prio that he has over Juno so far in the mid lane. He's been pushing up every wave and just going to roam back and forth up and down the river.
And Juno's having a hard time catching these waves in the tower. Despite the constant roaming, he's still down 10 CS.
Looking at this bot lane, we see this Ashe Swain duo. Definitely has a lot of poke in the early game. Roger definitely is a fan of these like AP supports, like with heavy poke and stuff. You see with the heck.
I will also say, I mean, when you have a mid laner that constantly plays AD 1v1 in champions, you kind of need AP supports.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why the Heimerdinger works so well for their teams. It just does so much damage. At the same time, though, here, like I was saying, no one on their team is really comfortably building Ninja Tabbies, so like I think it would have been okay, honestly, to pick like a normal support. But Swain is a pretty good support in general.
Yeah, Swain definitely gives you a lot of lane dominance. Even though you have this Thresh, I think the Swain definitely just pokes him out to the point where he can't really get any good engages with the Qs. We see Jung'an looking here for a gank in the bot lane. There's a big wave pushing up for Cool Kids Club here, but it looks like Jung'an will be waiting in the river.
Fucking Jung'an cannot blame his runes for his fucking god awful pathing.
Oh, we're gonna see a cocoon land onto Jack, and Aaron, you might be complaining about his pathing, but Jung'an just picked up a kill there on that at least. Now 1-1-0.
What is Will doing?
Wilchi is trying to fight this Yasuo, who is level 6.
That was so stupid. I don't even play set, but I mean, I play set a little bit, but there's no point in W in there. You're like full health. You can stack up your bar, just keep auto-queuing him. You win the trade.
We're going to see a trade in the mid lane. Both mid laners have their ultimates available, but Juno has the advantage here with the ultimate. Jeffrey was out of mana there, and he was just killed right there with that Tibbers.
Wow. Good for Juno. Good for Juno.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the power of that Annie ult buffs. I don't think, without those buffs, I don't know if Juno would have gotten that kill there. But almost also goes down there. But Jeffrey not having the mana there was enough to basically get him a kill. So far it is 2-2 on either team. The goal is basically even on either side. Yeah.
Jung'an always seems to be so much XP behind, and it's not like he's ganking more than his opponents most of the time.
Yeah,
Like I would say him and Rengar ganked like an even amount.
I think that's fair to say.
And despite that, he'll probably grab level 5 off these Raptors, right? Just grab level 5.
So far the XP hasn't been that far behind for Jungin. Probably also considering the fact that he got those kills in the early in that early gank. We're gonna see a hook land on Juon there in the bot lane along with the trade top. The camera just moving back and forth. So much action, they don't even know what's going on. So a lot of trades back and forth. So far only 4 kills though.
The fact that Will is down 13 farm against a Yasuo that they killed level 2 is absurd.
Yeah, I mean, Matt has definitely been able to take advantage of this lane, but we see another hook land onto Roger here. This might be a kill in the bot lane. Flashes are going to be used by Roger, but we see Eric flash in there and auto, but Jack's going to secure that kill. That's another kill for the Cool Kids Club bot lane.
That's a good play. I think I don't know. I think in the top lane, after that Lucia came up, you just back TP right away. Because you know the Yasuo is going to TP to that lane, right? His wave's fucked.
Yeah,
but
we might see another gank here in the top lane.
Like, I don't know what they're expecting to do here. I guess they maybe could. Oh, wow.
Matt is going to go aggressive here with this ultimate. Looks like Set and Elise had a bit of a miscommunication there, but it might not matter. Or it looks like just with the repel, Jungin is going to stay alive as they managed to have a successful dive in the top lane. Another kill.
But did that Elise walk through Tribrush? Did she not see the scuttle?
I don't know. She must have like gone some special way to avoid being seen. Otherwise, Matt wouldn't have gone in.
Yeah, but you know, good dragon counterplay right there.
Yeah, I mean, Chad saw the jungler top side, so he decides to pick up that Infernal Dragon. We have Ocean Dragon going up next. I think that means that I'm out of the running. So
is that a pause? That is a pause. I assume it's Jack's shitty computer.
Wait, what happened?
They paused the game. But do you not see it paused?
It's like not paused, but the game stopped.
It just unpaused.
Okay. A little bit of a weird technical error here.
It's paused again. I don't know. It was like buffering. I don't even fucking know.
Yeah, there's some weird lag out there, but it doesn't really matter, I guess. We're back in.
So we do see a slight gold lead on every member of TAC except for the jungler.
Oh, looks like Matt might be trying to go aggressive here. Doesn't have the ultimate available. Set W will be able to buy Will some time there.
I think Will should have waited for another Q or another auto to proc that W, just so, you know, again, like it did technically achieve the job of getting him off of it, but I think he could have held off on it a little bit more, and it would have been more effective.
We've seen Will Chi with the Sterix Rush on every set game he's played so far this year. So I mean this split.
Considering his awful farm numbers, it takes him like 20 minutes up to get to his Jarm's fist.
Oh my gosh, look at that poke in the bot lane, but it's not gonna matter. It looks like ult's gonna be popped by Chad, and the bullet time is gonna be doing a lot of damage towards the enemy bot lane. That's a double kill for Chad's Rengar, 3-0 and 0.
Jack played that very well.
Yeah, Jack with a beautiful flash flay there to get 2 members of TAC
and then the hook
into the bullet time
in the MF hole.
Yeah, that was a good play by Jack. I know sometimes we talk a little bit smack about the Thresh play, but they did a very good job there. Oh, looks like Juno might have overextended here, but ult's gonna get popped, but Juno's just gonna get flashed on and died. Looks like Tibbers is gonna be doing some work. Looks like with one more auto, he's gonna take him down, and he does. That's a 1-for-1. That's huge for Juno right there.
And the wave was in a better spot for him, I believe. I'm not sure actually.
Oh, Chad's gonna be back here in the bot lane onto Jung'an's Elise, and it looks like Jack's gonna pick up another kill. That's 2 1-1. He's gonna use the flay to get the Ashe away, and it looks like Chad might be able to block any future W's here, and it looks like Jack might be able to get out alive. Chad is going to flash here to stay alive for now, but here comes Roger. Had a lot of poke. Looks like the Lantern is also gonna save his life. So Jack and Chad, the dynamic duo there on that jungle support, doing so much work for them and getting a good.
Very well played by Chad. Yeah.
Oh, we might see another fight here in the top lane. Ult's gonna be popped by Matt, but the set W again saves his life, and Will Chi gets out safely. So far Chad is doing a lot of work on this Rengar. 3-0 and 1. Has the CS advantage, not by much. But
I mean, the fact that he's out farming and out ganking Elise just means that he's out jungling him overall. And I don't see you blaming anything that's happened so far on Dark Harvest. And any kill that would have happened regardless.
Yeah, as of now. So
Dark Harvest doesn't seem the worst either on the least.
yeah, it's like, yeah, I agree. We see
It's
Juno.
probably not as good as other Keystones, but it's still fine.
Juno's going for a
Swain might be
roam down in the
overstepping
bot
here.
lane. Looks like Roger might be caught out a little bit. Juno does have the ultimate. It's gonna
Oh,
miss the Tibbers though. That's not. He's not gonna get stunned there. Roger's gonna pop the stopwatch to buy some time and heal up, and he might actually get out safely. Bullet time's gonna land onto multiple
this is a
members of
double kill now.
TAC, but it's not gonna
Wow.
be enough to take down Jack. He's gonna be very low health, and the heal's gonna save him. So despite missing that stun on Juno right there, looks like TAC still lost both of their bot lane members. They're going to be going for that bottom turret as well, getting some turret plates. It's now 9-4 for Cool Kids Club. They now have almost a 2,000 gold lead over TAC. Dragon's going to be
But we
spawning
still
in
have
about
to
a
worry
minute.
because in almost every game TAC plays, their opening relatively similar. They kind of lose the early game, but Jeffrey 1v9.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Jeffrey, with Juno is in a position to like be at like the same power level as Jeffrey at the moment. So he didn't, he like played the early game very well enough that he's now able to like, I think, keep up with Jeffrey and his power right now. So I think actually we can look at the gold right now.
6,000 gold behind.
Yeah, 600 gold behind right now. So
I said 6,000.
definitely, while it is like a little bit, it's not that it's like definitely in a better position than a lot of the other mid laners have been on against Jeffrey. So the mid lane matchup has been an exciting one so far. Lots of roams on both sides and lots of kills getting picked up.
Jeffrey, despite roaming so much in early game, has a significant amount of EXP, almost perfect, I think, with his minion timing. And he also has that Bork, and Bork Lucian is one scary motherfucker. like, like when you see a Bork Lucian, you fucking run away.
Yeah, Bork Lucian is scary. We're gonna see the Ocean Dragon getting started up by TAC, and it looks like with Chad out of the area,
close.
Bullet Time nearly steals it. I think I saw the Dragon at 12 health. Jungin
Yeah.
barely secured that Drake. And Aaron, your prediction has been correct again. It's going to be the mountain.
Yeah, my rock hard cock literally never lies.
Oh, we see a pause. Looks like Chad and Jack have some internet issues right now. We will keep you posted on what happens, but right now it looks like Cool Kids Club is in a very decent position, very solid position. They have a 2,000 gold lead at 15 minutes over TAC. They've kept Jeffrey relatively in check. Doesn't have like 100% of the team's kills. Only has 2, and it's and him and Juno are both at 1 item right now. So, yeah, if you're Cool Kids Club, you're liking what you're seeing so far.
Right. I will also say that I think the Bork spike is significantly stronger than the Luden spike, just by the nature of the items and the champions. So I would still say that Juno has to play safe in that I still think he loses extended trades.
Yeah. Definitely. Jeffrey still has that 1v1 presence over Juno, I think, unless Juno gets like a flash, like a really good flash ult, like, and is able to stun him and basically one shot Jeffrey. I think that Jeffrey will win any 1v1 trades that go on. So we hope that this pause will not be super long, but for now we will just wait it out and see what happens. Apparently people's discords are not working right now. I mean, our Discord is working.
Our Discord's working fine. Your voice is a little robotic right now, but it's okay. This is definitely shaping out to be an interesting game. Despite the gold lead, I'd still say it's anyone's game at this point. And I'm excited to see how it works out. Like, you know, despite this gold lead, right? Like, when we look at pressure, it's all honestly equivalent. Like, it doesn't feel like this bot lane is just staring down the other bot lane. The mid lane is relatively even. The jungle is kind of irrelevant, and the top lane is, you know, will surviving.
Yeah, so far this game is definitely still anybody's game right now. I think, yeah, basically anything can still happen. Even though Cool Kids Club do have that gold lead, I mean, we've seen we've seen TAC in positions much worse than this, and they're still able to come back and claw their way up to victory. That's why they are, I think, 5-2 right now. So
Yeah, I mean, but literally everyone on that team is so ass except for Jeffrey. Just so bad. Like, they're so fucking bad. But I mean, Jeffrey is just like so much better than everyone else in this league.
I mean,
So really, like, yeah.
there were some previous roster rumors about Chad potentially being a member of TAC prior to
Chad and Juno, right?
I don't think Juno, but I think
No, I think it was Chad, Juno, and then Jeffrey would have played top lane.
no. I remember Juno was left off of. I thought Juno was left off.
No,
of
no,
the team.
Juno left because he didn't want to. I can't say why he left, but
Due to some personal reasons, I guess, to form his own team with Cool Kids Club here, and we see the two of them facing off. Chad against his former team. I think he founded this team and played with them in Clash. So
yeah, yeah. Well, Chad actually offered me a position on his team, but I am true to my boys, so you know. But that's just what happens when you're the best top player in the league. You get so many offers from all the teams. It's hard to manage, you know.
definitely.
I had to talk with my family and my agent, you know, which one was the best offer in terms of for me, you know, in terms of results, fun, you know, money. They were all factors, and I ended up turning to POA because I think it really is an organization for the people, by the people, and I believe that we're gonna have some good results.
Definitely in position to make these playoffs.
And once we make them, you know, it's open for everyone else. So like,
Yeah, we're not. The world is not ready for the Planet of the Apes to dominate.
I mean, Planet of the
TAC
Apes
scene.
pretty easily beat this TAC team. So we'll have to see. This, you know, we had a much greater lead by this point than CKK does. So they're clearly a worse team than us.
Yeah, that game kind of snowballed out of proportion, if you know what I mean.
It's really fun playing against Will. It's like playing bot games, which he's very used to. So you know, it's kind of like, you know, Will is one of the best bot game players in the world, but unfortunately for him, I'm not a bot. He's the bot, so it just kind of works in my favor. It's so much fun though. Really, really, it's a nice breather. It's kind of like a vacation from your hard day of work, you know.
Going home to play some bot games, yeah, you know.
Yeah, of course.
After a long day of
See
work.
your wife, you know, have some nice sex.
Play
You're
a bot
tired from a
game or
long
two.
day of work at the brewery, and then you just come home and you just fucking beat the shit out of like a disabled top laner. It's great.
Some strong words that you have towards Will Chi right now. We're still in this pause. I think we're trying to figure out some communication and internet issues right now.
All right, let me know when it comes back. I'm gonna look at Twitch chat. Has Twitch chat said anything? I don't have it up.
Twitch chat is relatively quiet for now. Looks like everybody left the THSCS Discord, but yeah, Twitch chat. We are here, and we are welcome. You are welcome to, you know, have a conversation with us, as we have literally nothing else to do until we wait for this game to resume.
I don't know who that is.
WKDDMSWHH.
But he put a resident sleeper emote in chat. You know, I'm actually not that up to date with like Twitch emotes and shit. Like, I know Poggers, the basic ones, and I know like the lol W's, and like Kappa, like that's the OG ones. You know, like Kappa Pride with the gay Kappa.
Yeah. Oh, and it looks like we are back in this game.
Oh wow!
Looks like both teams have fixed their communication issues a little bit.
And Yasuo takes no time to spare.
And so far, where it looks like everything's back to normal right now. And you see that's a big crit on Juon right there.
What do you think of the Sterex rush every game? I feel like there's other better first items that you could buy that like achieve what he's looking for.
I feel like if you want I feel like going Cleaver would not be that bad, or even yeah, honestly, the Sterex rush, like, I mean, it's a bit unconventional, but it's not horrible, I guess.
For me, like, I rarely build Sterex before like my third or fourth item, because I just feel like on most top lane. Oh wow, we have some action.
Gank in the top lane. It's gonna be 3 members of TAC coming towards the top lane, but Matt with a good flash to stay out of any danger.
I feel like in general though, like on most bruisers, you want a phage item first, and then, you know, there's other items that you want. Usually phage item and lifesteal items are like what's common. On set, it's a little bit different, but still.
And it looks like Jeffrey is trying to make a play onto Matt. Winwall is not going to do that much.
He
Looks like the ultimate's
overstayed.
not even been popped. Meanwhile, we see Chad making a play towards the TAC bot lane. Gonna use that lantern to stay alive just for now. We see Juno making a roam towards that bot lane as well, and it looks like we're gonna see a bit
Oh,
of
they
a
got it
turret
first.
trade here. But it looks like Cool Kids Club end up getting the turret first. So
Wow.
yeah, well, good job on them.
Well, Matt really didn't respect the dive unless he was like trying to stall the tower, which could have been a strat, but
Was not prepared for the amount of damage that Jeffrey could put out with that ignite. Didn't even burn the ultimate there. So the
and we
calling
just
wasn't
see
even
how
used.
scary he is.
Looks like he's
Such a presence.
yeah, definitely. Even though he hasn't snowballed his lead as fast as he would have liked in normal in other circumstances, still definitely very strong and very scary right now. Has that serrated Dirk in his inventory and is currently working towards what I believe would probably be an Edge of Night, unless I'm
I think
mistaken.
Jeffrey gets like 10 CS per minute almost every single game he plays.
Yeah, man is very good at the game. See a failed gank in the top lane. Wilchi actually flashing out of that Rengar jump. Don't know if that was entirely necessary, but
Yeah, I think he could have held on to it and survived with his W. And we see he fully stacked up his Drum's fifth, so you know.
it took him not long, I guess.
Yeah, I mean he only had to kill what, 20 minions? Is that how much it is? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Whenever I build Jorum's fist, I always take Andrew's Krugs. I don't tell him though. It's so many units for free. It's so nice.
It's 10 units, half of them. Good trade there by Wilchi in the top lane on that set, getting that good combo there. It looks like Wilchi was complaining about about Chad coming up to gank when Jeffrey and Junghan have been top lane approximately 14 times already in this game. So.
Wait, he is definitely getting ganked a lot
we're
more.
gonna see a solo kill in the mid lane. Juno was no match for Jeffrey there.
He honestly really outplayed that. He waited out the Tibbers and flashed to avoid the burn damage, right?
Yeah.
Really well played by Jeffrey there.
Jeffrey at that 420 score. Definitely doesn't want to be getting any more kills or deaths for the rest of the game. Definitely just
Yeah, and he has to be careful.
Out.
He's already at a disadvantage against champions like Caitlyn and stuff, and even now, like he doesn't want to get caught.
Yeah, definitely. So 35 CS lead for Lucian right now. I think that solo kill will put him up a significant amount of gold and XP. He is now 1.7k gold ahead of Juno. Has that Edge of Night picked up finally. And we will see if he can push this lead any further.
The thing that's crazy about this game is that it just can go either way with so much CC and such squishy champions on either side.
Yeah.
Right? Like, even the set, like, if he gets caught by, like, a Thresh hook, like, he can get burned down pretty quickly by that Annie, and that MF. So, really, like, positioning is key because they don't have front lines really on either team.
I think a lot of this game is going to come down to that mid jungle duo of Cool Kids Club, that Chad and Juno. If they manage to jump onto Jeffrey and kill him before the fight starts, I think the rest of Cool Kids Club can wipe with them with like the Misfortune and Yasuo ults. But however, if they aren't unable to take down Jeffrey, I think it will be very difficult for them to come back and win a team fight when Jeffrey.
You see a 5-man rotation to mid, stick his tower. I mean, Elise is pretty useless at this point. She's a stun bot, right? Maybe gets a little burst down.
Yeah, can definitely still one shot a lot of these squishy champions. Especially if she gets like a Dark Harvest proc off. But it looks like THC is gonna be working towards that Mountain Dragon, gonna be finishing that off. Hook's gonna land onto Will, but it doesn't look like the rest of Cool Kids Club are going.
Yeah, I think they would have been punished if they went on that. We did see Matt leave the top lane for a short period of time, but as we can see, got very uncomfortable very quick and is now going straight back.
Yeah, Matt's roams on Yasuo are definitely a lot bigger than on other champions such as Darius. Definitely takes the time.
I don't know if we'll see. I don't know if he's aware, but actually, you can get towers in other lanes as well, other than top lane. You know, sometimes it's common for the top lane to go to the bot lane and get the tower, but that's a little bit advanced. So I would be okay if you didn't understand that yet. It's a kind of higher mechanic.
Looks like Juno will be securing that blue buff. I mean, what else are you expecting from Juno, honestly? So.
He demands every other blue buff after the first one. He even complains about the first one. Like, he's not so happy to give the first one up either.
Gold lead for Cool Kids Club. has diminished to about 1,000 gold. Basically even at this point as we approach the 21-minute mark in this game.
And this is a scary position for CKK to be in because they didn't really press their lead, and now we have Jeffrey, who is fed as fuck and gonna be rolling at people with a fucking edge of night. So it's gonna be kind of hard to
Bork
tell him all
Lucian is. I mean, he's gonna be so unkillable. Has so much kiting abilities with the Bork, and then also have that spell shield.
He can walk into a thresh hook.
Looks like he's working, maybe for like a Death's Dance or something with that Caulfield's in inventory. Again, could be really anything. So I'm not sure yet.
Well, I mean, there's only a few items you could go.
Yeah, that's true.
He's not gonna build a Maw, right?
Looks like Chad might get caught out a little bit here. He's gonna use the culling to try to take him down, and Jeffrey does pick up the kill. Meanwhile, Junghan hits a cocoon onto Elise. Jack is gonna flash out, pop the stone plate. Looks like they might have actually caught out Junghan, but he's gonna use the repel to stay alive. And it looks like Roger will also stay alive with that flash, but not for long. Looks like Eric's gonna pick up that kill onto Chad. I mean, onto Roger. Ashok is going to stop Juno from potentially wiping the fight right there. So good on him. But meanwhile, we see Jeffrey making a very aggressive play onto Juan in the bot. I mean, onto Eric in the bot lane. Manages to take him down, and Juno cannot retaliate. So that is a very
does not have flash up. I think he would have looked for a flash elimination of that Lucian.
Lucian picks up 3 kills in that fight. He is now 7-2-0.
I think we do remember that previously the score was 2 kills on Lucian and 4 on the team, and now it is 7 on Lucian and 9 on the team. So he is the only person who has killed anyone since then.
I mean, that's just kind of the playstyle if you're TAC. You just gotta make sure that you get your hard carry like into a position to carry you guys, and honestly just have to be able to support him as you finish off, as you try to close this game out. I don't know if we're gonna be doing an MVP voting, but Jeffrey would definitely be at the top of a lot of people's ballots. If
TAC wins the game, there's only one MVP. There's never another answer.
Should we do should we do like a ballot where like the people vote for like the league MVP, like, and you can't vote for somebody on your own
I think
team?
it'd be a little unfair because I would probably get most of the votes, but I think if we added a second place, it would be okay.
Yeah, like the top 3 or something. Yeah.
Right. I mean, obviously number 1 is already locked in for me, but yeah, we can do that. That sounds fun.
If anybody's interested in like creating a ballot or a Google form for me, so I don't have to do it, please let me know because I don't want to do it. Looks like that Caulfields did turn into an Essence Reaver for Jeffrey. I forgot the Essence Reaver existed, so my apologies. But for now, it looks like the gold lead has gone in favor of TAC for the moment. Looks like we're gonna see a play on this top lane. Jeffrey is roaming towards Matt Yasuo.
He's dead.
Ult
He's just dead.
was attempted to use to drag him back, but that's not gonna be enough. Looks like Matt's doing a good job maneuvering on the wind wall. Gonna stall for a little bit of time. Junghan's gonna smite him to pick up the assist. But that's another kill for Jeffrey's Lucian. Now 8 kills. It's like a counting game. Like, how many kills does Jeffrey have? 1 kill, 2 kills, 3 kills, 4, 5 kills, 6 kills, 7 kills.
I mean,
more.
really.
Oh, we see.
Oh wow, what a good.
Oh, what a hook by Jack Ham onto Juan, and Chad finishes him off. Man, that was an exceptional hook by Jack Ham. With every Thresh game that he plays, he's looking better and better.
It's not hard to improve from his last game.
Oh, meanwhile, looks like we might see an aggressive play by Juno. Cocoon's gonna miss, but Tibbers is chasing down Roger's Swain right now, and it looks like the rest of Cool Kids Club might be in the position to come back. Looks like Jack is gonna fall to Jeffrey's Lucian, but in the meantime, Chad picks up a kill onto that Swain, and Elise also falls to Eric. So at the end of the day,
did we not just see Elise like completely ignore the Annie killing his teammate? Like he just walked past him.
I didn't pay attention, but
it's the Dark Harvest, of course. That's why he died.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have the it's because Dark Harvest. Meanwhile, we see the second Ocean Dragon. Second Mountain Dragon picked up for Cool Kids Club. Very close game right now. TAC is at a 600 gold lead, but a lot of that gold is right onto Jeffrey. If you look at that.
At the same time, the only time they're losing picks and fights is when Jeffrey isn't there, and the time they're winning them is when Jeffrey is there.
If you take out both mid laners from the equation, Cool Kids Club is winning by 4,000 gold. Jeffrey is literally the only person carrying their game right now. I had 4,000 gold on Juno, who's not even doing that bad. He's been holding his own, but just not enough.
And we also mentioned, like, in our game versus TAC, when we absolutely, like, we beat them pretty hard. Jeffrey still had the second highest gold in the game. It's fucking crazy. Like, it really is.
Man is very good at
he
what
was
he
pretty
does.
close to first.
But our AD carry Jiho just had more gold, I think, because he was farming.
No,
The whole game.
our Geo had like the second least guild in the game.
Oh really? Oh, was he playing Vagar that game?
That was Ziggs.
Oh, the Ziggs. Yeah, never mind.
It went Hudson, then
I was thinking
Jeffrey,
about that
then
like
me.
Varus game. Oh, we see an ult land onto Jack by Juon, but it's not going to be enough to come into that as an engagement. Looks like TSC is going to back off for now. Has pick up about a 1,000 gold lead for now. So.
And I mean, despite him being just so much better than everyone else, like he still can make mistakes. You know, everyone can make mistakes.
Oh, we see him making a play towards Juno here.
That does not look like a
it is
mistake.
not enough. Juno's gonna pop the stopwatch and give Jeffrey some time to finish off that tower, but yeah, not in any position to basically come back from there. Now 10 kills onto that Lucian. So you're gonna see a hook land onto Will. Honestly, if you're TAC, if you're Cookie's Club, you might want to try to fight here with Jeffrey trying to back here, but they don't know where he is. They might have assumed he was roaming towards mid lane, so they decided to back off.
It's honestly pretty crazy because I think if you take Jeffrey off of this team and like put into an average mid laner, like they're like on Team Pogger's level, and it's pretty crazy how much Jeffrey carries this team. He's just so good, man.
Jeffrey is definitely putting TAC on his back right now.
In every game, dude, you see the fucking gold charts on every game they win.
Looks like they're going to try to make a play towards this bot lane here. Good play by Jack, getting the hook, dragging himself into Roger and flashing out. Definitely.
But Jack playing well this game.
Looks like, oh my gosh, Jeffrey basically one-shots Chad with just the culling there. Nothing
At the same time, Chad can definitely delete this Lucian if given the opportunity.
Looks like Ashalt's going to miss there, but it's not going to be. It's not going to matter. Jeffrey's just going to take this tower as well. It's 5 towers now for TAC. They have now.
It looks like this game just. 2K. It looks like this game's just going to be snowballing into Lucian's favor. It's looking pretty doomed. I don't know if they can do anything. Like maybe they get a lucky fight where they get a catch on him and they win the fight, but that's their only chance.
Yeah, they gotta make sure they gotta rely on Jeffrey and on Chad and Juno again, as we said. Just try to like basically flash onto him as fast as possible, one shot the man, and hope that your team has enough damage to finish, clean up the rest of them.
Can we interview Roger, dude? Their team's interviews have been so fucking boring every time. I want to get fucking Roger in here. We're getting Roger in here after the game, right? If they win.
If they win. I mean, look at this. Jeffrey is almost at full build 28 minutes into the game. He's working almost at that infinity edge right now. It's gonna.
I mean, the thing about being full build is you can only go down from there, though, right? Eventually, everyone's gonna catch up.
Level 17 on Lucian right now. I mean,
it doesn't seem to matter in the moment, though.
Juno's been doing like a decent job farming too. It's just Jeffrey's just so much better. It looks like the culling is gonna almost one-shot him. Gonna use the Zanyas again. He's gonna flash out, but it looks like here comes Chad. Has to throw the hunt onto him, but honestly, that didn't even do that much damage to him.
Annie and Rengar together can delete this guy. That's all they can do, though, right?
Yeah, I mean,
they get a thresh hook, and Annie and Rengar pop on him. They delete him.
That's all you gotta hope for right now if you're Cool Kids Club. Looks like this game.
And you know what sounds really fun?
What?
Ivern jungle, Rengar top.
No, people do Ivern Rengar bot lane.
Yeah, but like Rengar top is also really good.
Oh, we're gonna see Jack get caught out a little bit. Ashton is going to land on him, and Jeffrey picks up his 11th kill of the game.
Feeling sick, more like my team's really fucking ass and I have to carry them.
That was a great analogy by you right there. Thank you. Thank you. We're gonna see this bottom inner turret being taken down as the rest of TAC charges down and tries to pick up another tower.
Oh my lord! He did 700 with 2 autos.
Jeffrey's doing a lot of damage. You're gonna see the knockup onto Jungin, but not enough to contest. The Edge of Night Shield is still on Jeffrey, doing so good to dodge all the skill shots and keep himself alive for now. So after those first 2 deaths, Jeffrey has not really fallen. Has gotten 7 straight kills after going 4-2-0. Oh, we're gonna see Roger with a good flash ult in there on the Swain. Gonna pick up a lot of damage. Eric gonna take down Chad.
Roger kills Zanyas.
And it looks like
at the cleanup.
Yeah, they were not able to kill Jeffrey. Dragon was actually taken by Jungin at
Wait,
the same
I lied.
time.
Roger did not have Zanyas. He just used a stopwatch earlier.
And it looks like only the bot lane of Cool Kids Club is remaining, with nobody taken down on the side of TAC. They can probably just look to run it down mid and end this game.
And I'm not gonna lie, like if we look at these kills, like I feel like Jeffrey more got kills because of poor positioning from the top lane. Right? Like I think he got
You got a couple
almost
of
all
them. We're gonna see a hook
up.
actually land on the Jeffrey, and
Oh,
Eric's
wow.
gonna be able to take him down. But here comes the rest of TAC. They're trying to argue that they don't just need Jeffrey to win the game, as they're gonna clean up the rest of the.
Well, they needed Jeffrey to take the MF to half health in a 4v2.
Chad has respawned on this Rengar. Don't know if he's gonna be able to do that much. We're gonna see if these three people can hold the game for now. But honestly, it's
Wilkie
looking very
hasn't
good
died
for TAC. So looks like Cool Kids Club have managed to keep the game alive for now, despite losing 2 inhibitors. They are now 5,500 gold behind. Jeffrey did get shut down there, so 1,000 gold onto Eric's MF. It's gonna be valuable for these later fights. I think we might see Jungin get caught out here.
Yeah, he's just dead
Jeffrey
here.
is still dead, and it looks like Jungin is just going to get one shot by Chad.
We see Chad definitely dodged those elite spiders to avoid the vision. Well played by him.
Juno is gonna say thanks for the leash, Jungin, for doing a lot of that blue buff and securing that with the W there. So it looks like Jeffrey will be respawning now, but with the jungler dead, looks like Cool Kids Club is gonna make a desperate Baron attempt right here. Don't know how well this is gonna go.
It's one of those plays that you're making where you're like, we need to do something or else we lose the game, right?
Without a jungler, it looks like as long as they can get this Baron down low, they will be able to secure this. We're gonna see Roger jump over the team, has the ultimate on. Culling is going to do very little to help them, but Jeffrey is just so strong. And it looks like Chad's gonna flash in and steal the Baron, but it looks like he's gonna fall right after that. And there goes Juno. He's also going to fall. So while TAC do lose the Baron, it looks like they're just gonna end the game off of that. That is 3 dead on the side of Cool Kids Club, and it looks like Wilchie's gonna TP into the enemy base. And in 33 minutes, it looks like TAC will take this victory over Cool Kids Club and extend their record to about 6-2. So they're still in contention for the top 2
here. Yo, these two teams don't get along very well. So shut the fuck up with the Dark Harvest, bro. That'll at least play like shit no matter which way you spin it, right?
And that's gonna be game. That's an ace for TAC.
I legitimately think Roger did pretty well. I'd like to get him an interview.
And in 33 minutes, it looks like TAC is going to take this game. They finished the THSCS with a 6-2 record, and so that's a big GG on all the teams right there. Honestly, Cool Kids Club played pretty decently up until about the 20-minute mark when Jeffrey just kind of took over the game.
I don't know if you can blame that Yasuo for dying level